Season 2 Squid Game showcases gi-hun, who happened to miss his flight as he tried to find the guy who first introduced him to the game. He happened to get a call as the caller told him he was going to regret missing his flight, but gi-hun swore he was going to find him as he boarded a taxi going to Seoul. On getting there, gi-hun got to a mart, purchased a blade, and went to the restroom where he cut open the back of his ear and removed the chip embedded in him. That way he can no longer be traced. Jun-ho had flashes of memory of how he was shot on the island as he woke up in the hospital. His mom, realizing he had regained consciousness, called for the doctor. 2 years had passed as Jun-ho chose to be demoted to traffic police as he seemed to confront a guy who didn't have his helmet on and wrote him a ticket. The chief visited him, hoping to bring him back as a detective, but Jun-ho refused because they didn't believe his story about a secret island where people were killed as part of a game and thought he was crazy. The chief stated that he didn't provide any credible evidence that such a place existed, so the higher-ups wouldn't buy his story. The chief asked him whether he remembered the face of the person who shot him, but he lied, stating that he didn't. Jun-ho had finished for the day when he had a flashback of how he was shot by the Squid Game official, who removed his mask and revealed himself as Jun-ho, his brother, just before he was shot. Gi-hun now owned a private motel where he conducted all his investigations about the mysterious game. His alarm went off that night, signaling someone was coming. Since he hadn't invited anyone, he picked up his gun and was shocked when he was confronted by the Squid Game official, causing him to shoot out of fear. Well, it turned out to be just a nightmare as gi-hun woke up to the sound of his doorbell alarm buzzing. It turned out to be Mr. Kim, the gang boss, to whom gi-hun had owed money in the past, paid him a visit. The gang boss was helping gi-hun search for the official responsible for recruiting individuals to the game. They had been searching for years without any leads, and gi-hun, realizing that it was that time of year when the game began, offered the gang boss a larger stack of cash, stating that they should throw everything into the search for the official. So, the gang boss relayed the information to his gang members, stating that there is a 500 million cash prize for anyone who finds the official. Jun-ho paid a visit to the local fishermen, as they usually sailed together every day in search of the island but never found it. This time, Jun-ho decided to explore a route they hadn't taken before. The gang boss gathered his members in a hall and gave a detailed description of the individual they were looking for, along with things to check for in his briefcase to confirm his identity. He also mentioned a 500 million reward for the team that found the man. Soon after, the members set off for the train station in search of him. Gi-hun was informed and, knowing this, also set off, deciding to wait for them at the usual spot. The members searched every nook and cranny of the train station, trying to find the man, while Jun-ho, on the other hand, scuba dived into the water, searching for the island. The search continued for days, but still they couldn't find anything. The fisherman was fed up with the search after they almost drowned today. Jun-ho apologized to him, and they decided to have a drink when they got to land, while the gang boss and his members sat at the station having a meal as they discussed how gi-hun must have gone crazy. They were still discussing when they spotted a man who fit the description recruiting another member. The gang boss quickly informed gi-hun, who began making his way there, stating that they should follow and not lose him. The official purchased 100 portions of bread and 100 lottery tickets from a store, while the gang continued talking and kept gi-hun updated on his location as he made his way there. The official approached a homeless man, giving him an option of choosing either a portion of bread or a lottery ticket. The homeless man chose the lottery ticket and scratched it, but didn't win. The official approached some other homeless people as most of them chose lottery ticket while few chose the portion of bread. At the end of the session, the official appeared to be frustrated as he threw the excess portion of bread on the floor and steps on it. He boarded an orange cab as the gang boss and his associate bribed a taxi to tail him, and also informed gi-hun, who happened to be stopped by the police for speeding, as he stated he was going to be with them in a minute. Gi-hun received his speeding ticket, instead of which seemed strange. Jun-ho, who happened to be on the scene, recognized the name and decided to investigate. The gang boss and his associate were fed up with tailing him and decided to take him out before they lose him, but the official happened to have a pretty good fighting skill as he took them out. Still investigating, he remembered the name and had a flashback when he asked gi-hun for assistance in finding his brother. Gi-hun arrived at the location but couldn't find either the official or the gang. As he continued searching, he spotted bloodstains and a knife. He rushed off, unaware that the official was watching him from a rooftop. The official had Mr. Kim and his associate tied up as he forced them to play a game of rock, paper, scissors. He placed a bullet in the revolver, stating that the loser would have a 1 in 6 chance of getting shot. The game was getting a little boring for the official, so he added 4 more bullets, stating that they now have a 5 in 6 chance of getting shot. The game had begun, but Mr. Kim chose not to play and disqualified himself on purpose. As a result, he was shot by the official and died. Jun-ho broke into the rental facility and spotted a mannequin that fit the description of the official. Inside it, he found a business card. Hearing someone approaching, he quickly hid and overheard a gang member talking to another. The gang member mentioned how Mr. Kim hadn't been seen since he was tailing the official at the station. Deciding to act, the gang member packed some weapons and headed over there. As the gang member left, Jun-ho searched around for documents related to the case. Gi-hun arrived at his motel, as he happened to be on a call, as he stated the objects he found at the site. Upon entry, he was surprised to find the official in his motel room. Gi-hun and the official decided to have a conversation, during which Gi-hun asked to speak to the higher-ups. However, the official quickly launched into his life story, explaining how he went from disposing of bodies in the game to shooting his own father and eventually becoming an official. Jun-ho, who was still investigating, also arrived at the motel. The official decided to play a game with Gi-hun where they would spin the revolver and take turns shooting themselves. One of them was going to be shot on or before the 6th round. The game began as Gi-hun shot himself, but it appeared to be blank, and they continued all the way to round 5. Gi-hun's mind started racing as he now had a 1 in 2 chances of winning, but he quickly took the shot and got lucky. The game was already over, as the official was about to be shot. Stay tuned for more episodes on It's Mythical, and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more mind-blowing recaps like this. Thanks for watching.